As a person who loves classical archaeology and has personally been to Pompeii, this is
Oh, there he
exciting.
goes again. You're
Yes,
not
I
the only
will.
one
I
in the
will.
room who's done that. You're not
I
the
have
only one.
literally. It was literally just last summer. I don't care. I will be making this my personality for the at least until next summer. But the cool thing is, people have always wondered, what's in the libraries that have preserved. But this was not in Pompeii. I should specify. These come out of Herculaneum, which was also buried by Vesuvius as well. But there's all kinds of stuff that could potentially be here. Everything from Agrippina's own biography to even more the lost books for Livy's Aber Condita. So there could be all kinds of more likely it's administration stuff, but like still cool. No one's read it in like 2,000 years.
Well, it's probably administrative. It's coming out of Herculaneum, since Herculaneum was the service port for like the resort town that was Vesuvius or was Pompeii.
Still very cool.
It is very cool. It is very cool. And for those of you who don't know all those works that Aaron just fangirled over, um, basically, it's the writings of an empress and of a major philosopher slash historian, primarily historian, I believe, is Livy.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yes,
But I mean, again, when as cool as that would be for those potential possibilities, um, these kinds of even if it is just like administrative or inventory kind of documents, it's still really important to us. Like, yeah, when people talk about like finding like a new segment to like Gilgamesh's poem, but for
Hey, we've covered
us,
that a few
this is
times.
yeah, we have, haven't we? I like these stuff is really important because it tells us stuff about everyday life, and in archaeology, we really do care about what people were doing rather than the big names, be it if it's Livy or Agrippina. I don't know, but
whatever. Anyway,
Yeah,
anyway, and
coming
yes,
back to
yes,
the
whatever.
article,
So, so looking at the article, Justin, if you could do me a favor,
yes,
if we could scroll down to the third image for everybody, just the single scroll piece, all
yes.
charcoaled up by itself. That is what we have learned how to read. That is what science has allowed archaeologists to read now. Is you look at it, it looks like almost a solid half-inch of burnt bark. That is now legible paper to us. That is the difficulty that has been overcome with these innovations, and that is truly impressive. That is what is the phenomenal fascination. It doesn't matter what's written on it. We can read this.
Which that one is a
Legible.
ancient section of a Torah scroll
a
found in a
Torah.
found in a Byzantine era synagogue in Ein Gedi. But
Yeah.
that is one example of how scientists are using advanced scientific technologies to read these scripts, which is the highlight of most of this article is the fact that even though these scripts are charred beyond recognition, even though they're very difficult and aren't legible to the naked eye, there are scientific techniques that are coming out and that are actually being developed that allow us to recover the information that was on there. And like Aaron was saying, whether they're great poems or histories or something as mundane as an inventory, it gives us a perspective into that point in history and that era and allows us to get a better understanding for how the people lived and communicated.
Yeah, we learned Minoan from literally inventory records at Knossos.
The earliest sport, like they think it's even speculated that cuneiform essentially kind of came out as sort of a tally kind of system, or even like they were symbols meant to represent like sort of symbols to represent counts of certain types of product like grain. So yeah, the earliest bits of like cuneiform are often just inventory meant to like to document, oh, we have this much of this.
One
Simple
of my
things like that.
personal favorites, one of my personal cuneiform tablets
Is it
is
what I think it is?
yes, it's housed at the University of Chicago in the Oriental Institute. It's a free museum. If you ever get to Chicago, go visit. Highly recommend. It is a cuneiform tablet that is a gentleman complaining about the quality of copper that he received. It is arguably one of the first bad reviews of a business transaction, and it is on display for everyone to go see.
This man produced some bad copper, and now people 4,000 years later
Know about
get
it.
to know about it. This is a 1-star Yelp review from 4,000 years ago, and it has never gone away.
Just time by Eric, just I know the one image I asked you wasn't from Herculaneum or anything, but it's the similar burn marks. Just if someone handed you what looked like a piece of flimsy bark and told you they could read the paper inside it, you'd think they were crazy. But that's what the technology is giving us. I believe it's a combination of X-rays and
lasers.
And lasers, yes, it's a X-ray detection and some other radiation.
It looks like
allowing us to find the ink imprints within the parts that got burned, because burned paper and burned paper with ink looks slightly different.
Yeah, so apparently the facility is called Diamond Light Source, and yeah, like Colin said, it's sophisticated. They use X-rays. It's a sophisticated X-ray facility. Apparently, what they do is they blast photons at it. There's a thick lead shutter attached to the wall, and they just blast photons at it. They're apparently 10 billion times brighter than the sun.
Yep. Yeah, I believe if we scroll a good chunk of the way down, there is an image of two of the archaeologists spraying a Herculaneum scroll with what appears to be a camera mounted to the underside of an iron. It is quite a strange looking device.
So that's a 3D scanner.
That it is handheld with the 3D scanner.
No, so that one is just specifically a 3D scanner. That's not the technology. If you actually read a little bit higher up in the article, it talks about how it's basically this entire room with pipes and wires hanging from the ceiling, and that have that system. This is just a digital scanner.
This is just a scan, but just like you get, but like it just I like because it's actually a visually present idea. It's like, yeah, we are spraying these things with light to understand them. This is just a 3D scanner, obviously.
But the cool thing about this too,
I like giving visuals.
This specific one, this specific scroll, was found in a villa that belonged to Julius Caesar's father-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Julius Caesar's father-in-law. That would be, well, I guess from which marriage? I guess I'd have to ask.
Good question.
I do not believe it would be. I would not believe this would be Pompey Magnus, because that would have said Pompey Magnus. I think it's was it Calpurnius?
Yes, it is Lucius Calpurnius Piso Caesonius, known as Piso.
Yes, Calpurnius Piso. Yeah,
which is still really cool. Like the father-in-law to one of the most famous men in Roman history.
Yeah,
the man responsible. Well, I guess.
Well, and you want to know another historical tidbit? Is this specific area was excavated by workmen employed by King Charles III of Spain.
I'm not going to make any comments on that, given the other rumors that have come out about King Charles this month.
Well, no, this one's of Spain.
King Charles. Yeah. No, there's been rumors about King Charles of Spain. I believe killing his brother 50 years ago.
Oh, you mean just normal monarch stuff?
Yeah, normal monarch shit, but it's kind of awkward that it's come out now.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Yeah, this is just something cool coming out of something that's very prominent. Like, I think most of us have had a Pompeii phase where we were really fascinated with it, with Mount Vesuvius, maybe Herculaneum, dabbling there. And this is just... I
haven't left it.
It's just kind of interesting to see that modern research techniques are allowing us to view these items that were previously irrecoverable. So there's some positive hopes for the future, and that's kind of where archaeologists lie of, we're going to do the most of what we can currently, but technology will allow us to do more in the future.
Yep.
And on that historical note, we will end today's episode. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like down below. If there's a topic you would like to see, drop a comment down below. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. If you enjoyed, thank you.